Hi, today we'll be studying some properties of log, more like algebraic properties of log. Well, this relation you must understand this thing very well. Log base a to the b is equal to x, and which means a to the x is b. That's how log is defined. And if you know this, you know this thing, this form, you know this form, you know this. Okay. So let us study the first property of log. If you understand that this definition really well, it may seem like obvious. So let me write this down. A to the power log a of x is equal to x. Now, can you prove this? Well, let's do it. Okay. Let log a some x equal to something. Okay. Let's call this b. Alright, which means that a to the b is nothing but x. But what is b? B is nothing but log a x. So this gives that a log a x equal to x. Right? And log x means what? Log x gives you some number. It means that if you raise a to that number, you will get x. And that is what you are doing, right? You are raising a to that number and you will get x. Moving on to the second property. Next up, log base a of a to the some power k is equal to k. Now if you look closely, it seems very, very obvious, right? Let's do it a bit rigorously. So log a of a to the k be, let's say, m. Alright, this means that a to the m is equal to a to the k, right? And then you equate the powers, which implies that m is equal to k. Alright, and you just put m is equal to k in this part, you get log a of k is equal to k. And it also is very obvious because you raise a to some power k. All right, you'll always get a to the power k. It's that obvious. Now moving on to the third property, now this is a very important one. Log base a, then some number m to the power of n. Okay, m to the power of n. Now this is equal to n times log a base a of m, which means if you have some power of m, you just pull that out and multiply with this thing. Okay, that is what it means. Let's see it how it's done. So we let log base a m equal to x. All right. Now this means that a to some power x is n. Now we need m to the n. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll raise both of the left hand side and the right hand side to nth power. Okay, which means a x to the power n is equal to m to the power n. We raise m to the power of n. Okay, now this means a n x is equal to m n. Obviously. And now here's an important step. We take log of base a, log base a on both sides. What do I mean? I mean this part. Log a to the nx is equal to log a m n. Okay, so taking log base a on both sides. Let me write this down. Taking log base a on both sides. This is a very important, crucial step in many equations, that if you have some exponential, you take the log on both sides and then see what happens. Let's see what happens. Now we know this side. Okay, from our previous result we knew that log of a to the power some k is nothing but k. Now what is k in this part? K in this part is nothing but nx. Alright, So this will be nothing but nx, or we can say that log a m to the n is nothing but nx. Alright, but what is x? X is this stuff right over here. That's how we chose our x. So we can say, just put this value of x right over here, and we can say log a m to the n is nothing but n times log a m. This is a very, very useful property. Moving on to the next. Okay, this seems like an interesting one. So you have two logs, okay, two separate logs, and if you add them together, you get log of the product of these two numbers. Now, how do we prove this? Well, you might have seen in last 3 examples. How did we do this? We just take this quantity to be x, this quantity to be y. Now, I encourage you to pause this video, okay, use properties of exponents and the properties that we have studied to prove this on your own. Okay, try it out. Okay, so now that you have tried it out, let's see. So let log am, okay, base a of m is equal to x, and log a base a of n is equal to y. Right? And what does this mean? Again, convert into exponential form. A to the x is m, and a to the y is n. Okay, now we need mn. Okay, m into n. How do we generate m into n using these two equations? Well, it's obvious. We multiply these two and see what we get. So we get a to the, you multiply, so the powers add up. X plus y is equal to m n. And now again take log on both sides. So log base a to the x plus y is equal to log base a m n. Okay, so we are having a right hand side. Okay, we have generated a right hand side. Now what is this quantity? Again, it will be just x plus y equal to log a m n. Okay, now you see where this is going. This is x, this is y. Let's put these values. So we get log a m plus log base a of n equal to log a m n. Moving on to the fifth. Alright, so what if instead of plus we have a minus? So in place of multiplication, we get division. Again, use the same strategy. Let them be x and y, use the property of exponents, and see what you get. Pause this video and try it on your own. Alright, now let's do it quick together. So let log a m be x and log a n be y. Alright, and from here we have a to the power x is m, a to the power y is n. Now we need m divided by n, m by n. Now what do we do to these two equations? As we divide them, so we have a to the x minus y, so a to the x divided by a to the y, which is a to the x minus y, is equal to m by n. And now you know what to do. We take the log on both sides, so we have x minus y is equal to log a m by n. You see why I have straight away written x minus y, because you take log on both sides, this will pop out. So x minus y, and yes, this is x, this is y. Let's put in the values. Log a m minus log a n is equal to log a m divided by n. Right, moving on to the sixth. Okay, so this looks very interesting. Log base a to the b, alright, is log m to the b divided by log m of a. So this means that if you want to calculate this thing and you don't know this part, but you know log b to some base on log a to the same base, just divide the two. This is very helpful. Okay, so how do we prove this? Well, let's see. The first part is the same in all the proofs. Log base a, you let this to be x, and this obviously gives a to the x as b. Alright, now in generally what did we do? We take log base a on both sides. But here is something different, because we need log base m. So we take log base m on both sides and we get log base m, a to the x is log base m of b. Okay, now we are starting to see some similarities. Okay, let's proceed. Now what is this part? This part is nothing but if x log base a of m. Right, we have studied this result earlier in this form. Log a base m to the n is nothing but n log a m. Right, it just pulls the power out. So if you have anything in the power, log just pulls it out, and then okay, there you have it. So that's the same thing, just the variables changed. We had a to the x and log base m pulled it out. So x is now multiplied with log base of log ma. This is again log. Okay, now we have seen the denominator. Alright, look at these two. And again, what is x? X is nothing but log base a of b. And we just divide, just move this to our right hand side. So we get log a of b is equal to log mb base m of b divided by log m of a. So you have b on top, a at the bottom, a at the bottom. This is again, this is very helpful when you do not know direct relation, but you know log b and a with respect to some common base. For example, you put you want to enter some text in your calculator, say log 2 base to 5, but you know, sometimes your mobile calculators, they don't show you base 2, they don't give you bases, right, the freedom to change your bases. So what you do, you take 10 log base 10 and log base 10. Alright, now the convention that we choose is that anything like this, which means if your log has a base of 10, we can just simply ignore the 10 and write log. Okay, so if I ask you what is log 100, it is inherently, you should know this, okay, that it is, we are talking with base 10, so this will be 2. So the calculators may not show this 10, it will be just log 5 by log 2. So we studied 6 properties today. Let me show them on the board. These are these properties which we have studied. So a to the log ax log base a of x gives you x. Alright, it's pretty obvious from the definition of log. Similarly, log base a of a to the power k is nothing but k, and you can, you know, if you wanted to write k as x, you're free to do it. Now log base a of m to the power n is n times log a of m. Okay, it effectively brings this power outside. That's one way you can see it. It's very helpful. Log base a of m plus log base a of n is log a m n. Okay, so you have two logs to the same base. Add them together, you get this part. Again, extremely useful result. And if you have minus sign, you then have division, right? Multiplication is repeated addition, and division is repeated subtraction. So if you have plus, you multiply, you minus, you divide. Now change of bases, change of your base. Log base a of b is log some base, any base you like, m to the m of b divided by the same base. Okay, the condition is that the base should be same. This can be anything, and then you divide part. So b is on top, b is in the numerator, a is at the bottom, is in the denominator. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching.